one thing stopping the
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekly Steelchair. Welcome, welcome, one and all. How are we doing on this very sunny Saturday? This is, by the way, not me playing the game. It's just an easier way to deal with the game. But welcome to your WWE Smackdown review, and truth be told, how are you all? Hope you're all doing well, and we're going to make this very, very efficient, and I'm going to talk to you guys whilst the game plays itself. So come on in, sit back, relax, and let's talk SmackDown. We are here to talk SmackDown. SmackDown review, it was trash. See, I got a different feeling. Quite simply put, I have a different opinion. SmackDown, it was just confusing. But hold on, wait a minute, wait. I said I wanted to take part, but I don't want to play. Luckily, I stopped myself. There we go. I'm not playing this match. There. I want to talk to you guys whilst the computer plays. The computer plays itself. City are going to lose tomorrow. Because City are shite. But, yeah, SmackDown. Honestly. SmackDown actually had a formula for a change. If that makes sense. SmackDown actually had a formula for what it was trying to do. The problem is they didn't actually succeed with it. Now, the title of today's show is very appropriate. I say that exclusively. A last man standing. Punk's Favour is revealed, and we're going to come on to stupid accounts on social media like the Elite Rockers and Julian Weeks, the absolute spanner that he is. We've got so much to discuss, but let's start this off. So SmackDown juggles itself like a snake in the grass. And we get the usual montages of people turning up late, which is still funny. Again, they're advocating for people showing up late to a show is actually really, really embarrassing. He's going to try to put him away once and for all. He's out there in no man's land. Suicide dive. Toss caution out the window, and we're advocating people, you can come and get your job and do fuck all, and turn up late and be celebrated. No, that's not how it works. SmackDown then proceeds to bring out CM Punk for his real advisory name, not his true adventured name. And he proceeds to cut his usual promo of wasted information, poor delivery, and offers nothing. CM Punk, for the first time in quite some time, offered as much as you could expect, which was absolutely nothing. But then we get the expectation.
He's heading to the floor, but he can't take his time.
It was expected. We kind of felt it was going to happen. We get Paul Heyman interrupting CM Punk. And he puts him over like he's sucking his dick. Now, we already saw last week, and us men were victimised on social media by the female accounts for quite some time, so now it's our turn to get our win back. You had an OnlyFans model who was in the English London crowds, touching up 3 male wrestlers, and women were going, "Oh, but it's okay, she can touch them, because if the men done it, there'd be so many problems." No, you absolute dumb fuck. You shouldn't be touching the talent in the first place. It's sexual harassment. So there's strike one for the women of the IWC. Strike one. Morons. I digress. The interactions, of course, between CM Punk and Paul Heyman is slightly juvenile, but then we get the question: what is the Favour? And of course, American fans, you have officially lost the argument now about European crowds. And if an American dare tries to challenge me, I will shut them down. Yep, Stussy, that's exactly what it was. The American crowds are trying to become American by trying to bring some energy. American crowds have officially lost the high ground. With their dumb chants, their sing-alongs, their nonsensical points, Americans have finally lost the war. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But worst of all, what's the Favour chance? These fans. Oh, they're nauseating. They are so damn nauseating. Why would you start chanting, "What's the Favour"? That isn't fun. That's not entertaining. That's not compelling. That's embarrassing. It's high time these fans start acting their age. Start acting, well, I was going to say intelligent, but they all chant for Cody Rhodes, so intelligence doesn't exist. Cringe fest in any promotion. I miss the Thunderdome. I remember the old days when wrestling fans never sang a song. They never sang a song, instead they just cheered for their favourite wrestler. And now they're singing songs left, right and centre, and God forbid, it's living torture. Like, it is pure living torture. I can't cope with it anymore. Can we just go back to normal? Mind you, that's never going to happen, I suppose. Anyway, where were we? Ah, yes. This is where we are. What's the favour? Asks Paul Heyman. Asks 16,000 overpaying people. What's the favour? Sadly, you can't. You also can't restore time that's lost. And Punk decides to do what Punk does.
What an incredible matchup this has been. Guerrero taking every opening he sees, and Michaels putting it all out there.
Punk asks the question, where is Roman? And I'll tell him the favour to his face.
Good chance for Michaels to regain some composure.
To which Paul Heyman responds, he's not here yet. He is in training camp for WrestleMania. To which point CM Punk then decides, you know what, since he's not here, then I'm not going to bother telling you what my favour is. And this is what kind of makes sense. At that point, I agree with Stussy. At that point, it kind of aligned itself to be something simple. Except, it's not as simple as what we seem, and this is why I come back to these accounts I mentioned earlier on. Julian Weeks, for all his followers on Twitter, is an absolute dumbass. It's long-term storytelling. He's going to be in his corner at WrestleMania. It's not long-term storyline. It's a cherry-picking, lazy booking callback. All these big accounts that use their platforms to brainwash people, and they say it's long-term storytelling. Please stop watching this business and go and follow badminton, because your brains are filled with shit like your takes, and they call this crap cinema. I feel sorry for all the good people in existence. I really do. They have to be subjected to this nonsense. What did you deserve in your lives to be punished this way? I don't know. Ah well. Moving on. Action, action, action galore. We do have a last man standing on the card. We do have a debut. We do have Naomi in action with all her cautionary clothing. We have a confrontation between the worst champion in WWE and her blonde elder statesman challenger. And we have a tag team number one contenders match as well. So, we may as well dive in, shouldn't we? We may as well. So, let's just get it up. Fun times. One time only. La-di-dee, la-di-da, la-di-dee, la-di-da.
Elbow drop. Piercing.
Nathan Fraser. There's no such thing as long-term storyline. Exactly, it's not long-term storyline, but this is what these people claim it to be, and they're so dumb. They are so dumb. And better yet, they've got such big platforms that people are just gonna get on their knees and suck them off and congratulate them for it. Hooray! Hooray! It's long-term storytelling. That's not what long-term storytelling is, you fucking weirdos.
As motivated as ever.
Oh, I can't stand these morons, man. Nathan Fraser gets a jobber entrance. And I feel bad for him. Because he's actually... He's had a change of opinion on me. I wasn't sure about him. I know he's a tag partner of Axiom and they're the longest reigning NXT Tag Team Champions, and I was very unsure about them and what to think, but Nathan Fraser actually is quite a decent talent. I have to be honest, I can't lie. Like, he is a decent talent. But he will be, of course, the first opponent of the debuting Rey Fenix. Now, I said for the longest time, one of my favourite tag teams in wrestling was the Lucha Brothers. Long before many others said the same thing, I was, and still am, a fan for a long time of the two brothers. They consequently caused some issues with their behaviour in recent years. Phoenix especially. But when they work, and when they're allowed to work, they're an excellent duo, but they are excellent on their own. Now, Rey Fenix would make his debut. We would get standard wrist lock action. We would get hold manipulation. We would get a Mexican muscle buster. Funny that, eh? Now, there is one part of this match that does happen, is very unfortunate, and unlike these moron accounts online, I'm not going to. Yes. Now, when people think Phoenix is better than Penta, I would love to know what they're smoking. Rey Fenix is not better than Pentagon Jr. He might be more exciting to you, and that's fine. But he is not better than Penta. That's a straight up fact. And I don't care what anyone says, he is not. But there's one spot in this match that further proves why he's not better. And Catherine just pretty much alluded to it when she said Phoenix almost killed Fraser. There is a suicide dive, pardon the pun, on this case. There's a suicide dive from Nathan Fraser to the outside of the ring, to which, first of all, he did what I feared Copeland would on Wednesday night, when I feared that he was going to miss his time and he was going to make a mistake and hurt himself. Nathan Fraser went and done exactly what gave me the fear. His running suicide dive. First of all, Rey Fenix is out of position, so Nathan Fraser can't even use his body correctly. And number two, he loses balance and falls through. He actually falls through the rope. He doesn't get a successful dive. And Phoenix also doesn't catch him. At least he doesn't catch him properly. This was harmful. This was dangerous. Also, by the way, I want to make it clear, this was given a grade A by Bleacher Report. Now, I think the Mexican Muscle Buster looks cool. But why does everything have to have Mexican in front of it? You know what I mean? Why does it have to be Mexican this, Mexican that? Are you trying to force an issue? No, I am glad that Nathan Fraser is not seriously injured. But that dive was very risky. And I'm glad that he's not hurt. I say that with respect to the man for allowing it.
And he chooses to let go of the hold. But just the amount of time he was in that submission could be very significant. Look at the high splash. Here's Eddie's chance.
Phoenix is already going to be part of the Mexican verse, as we expected. Because I am skipping ahead just a little bit, because I want to tie into Phoenix, obviously, for continuity. So I want to tie into Phoenix. Phoenix next week will now face Humberto. And I'm like, what is the reason? Seriously, why are we putting him in the Mexican verse? Like, Rey Fenix isn't a terrible wrestler. He's not. But why do you have to put all the Mexicans and the luchas together? Honestly, why? What is the reason? Well, what do you get out of it? It is so damn bright. Looks like Eddie Guerrero's going to sacrifice a point here. It's just crazy to me that this is what you do. Is he going to run through all three of these guys? Before he gets to a proper feud? Now, I think the entrance was cool. It's just strange. Yeah, the WWE style of slow, look at the camera, say something in Mexican, well, or Spanish, or whatever the fuck he's gonna say, and then do nothing with him, and then he'll be in catering like Andrade. Honestly, I want them to do better. Speaking of better, we have a backstage angle that's shot between Tama Ratatouille Tonga, Solo wannabe gangster Sikoa, Braun Strowman, and LA. We'll call him LA Daylight Saving Time. They're running through it, obviously. Solo's telling him he's got no chance of getting the US title. Blah 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 blah. LA Knight tells Braun Strowman he needs to focus on what matters. I mean, I'll give LA Knight credit, that is correct. He needs to focus. We then get Ratatouille trying to talk up to the champion. Doesn't really work. And then a match is made for Smackdown. So our first heavyweight action of the evening. Tama Tonga versus LA Knight, non-title singles match. And this was purely just a distraction fest. Every opportunity that Sikoa could get just to distract LA Knight, he took it. Didn't really benefit in the end because LA Knight won the match. And he wins quite convincingly as well, with how the second half of the match goes. Like, it becomes a straight up one-sided match for the champion. Tama Tonga needs to be released. He needs to be released. Solo has negative aura. Solo has everything that's negative. Negative mic work, negative wrestling, negative aura, which is never used correctly by most people. Negative character work. He's got phony Samoan jeans. He's got a phony ponytail. He's got a phony style of dress sense. He is what mid is officially. He is mid beyond mid. But yet, because he comes from that fucking family, he is shoved down everyone's throats like a bad illness. Can I also make a very interesting point as well? I don't like the way that people are now doing big back body drops. It's really poorly done now. The back body drop, and the way people do it now is becoming cheap. I can't sit with that fucking sunlight in my eyes. 2 seconds. I can't do this.
Count's running out. Just one step ahead.
And Shawn takes out a further beating there.
And he once again proving he has what it takes to go all the way, no matter the circumstance. Goodness gracious.
But yeah, the back body drop is becoming such a choreographed move now that whenever people do it, they are really trying too hard to make it look so fancy, and it's not that type of move. That move is meant to be an effective counter and try and force an advantage. And I'm not getting that anymore. So can certain talents stop using the back body drop? Because it's becoming really annoying. Really bloody annoying. We get the interview that really was apparently so shocking, it's been removed from Twitter. Charlotte Flair. Let me just move the camera just a little bit. Hold on. There we go. Charlotte Flair. And Tiffany Stratton in the ring with Byron Saxton, Wadis Baratus, and Catherine. If you're Catherine, are you still in the chat? Because I'm going to need Catherine to confirm one statement for me. Catherine, are you still here? And if you're not, you're such a traitor. You're here, perfect. Catherine, I want you to confirm something for me. What is the female equivalent? No, I'm looking for a phrase here, because I need to know it. Catherine, what is the female equivalent of a dick measuring contest? What is it called? Oh, so I'm on the short straw. I'm so disappointed. Just kidding. Say hi to Matt from me. But yeah, what is the female equivalent of a dick measuring contest called? Now, for anyone who comes across and says, Reece, you're being so crude with that. I'm not. I'm being correct here. Statistically correct. A pissing contest. Well, in this case, Tiffany Stratton still cannot piss the furthest. But neither can Charlotte. Now, I was very surprised. And I say this actually, and I say this truthfully. I was very surprised by what they brought to this segment. And you know that it got out of control when they go off script. And they go off script without actually being able to get the crowd on their side. The crowd... Now, for all the criticism I give of this crowd for how stupid they are, this is one feud that really needs the crowd right now. And they need the crowd because it's not been booked well at all. They need the crowd on their side, even just to have a chance of being worth watching in 14 days at WrestleMania. And Tiffany Stratton at least has tried. She has tried. Because she's made it clear that she wants to make sure that she ensures that Charlotte Flair does not win at WrestleMania. And this is her chance to shine. That is accurate as hell. But then you had to go and try and get cheap heat on yourself. You actually get heat on yourself by bringing up Charlotte Flair's three failed divorces. Sorry, 3 failed marriages that end in divorce. To which Charlotte replies with the most annoying statement, and this is why he's such a weirdo, because he actually commented on Twitter as well. You absolute fucking mark. Charlotte Flair responds, then why is Ludwig Kaiser in my DMs? They went off script and it's still being marked as badly. A lot of media are actually laughing at this. There's actually media that are laughing at this segment because of how bad it was. I'm surprised Wade Barrett didn't start laughing. This felt like the Bellas on fucking Jerry Springer, which was just as bad 10 years ago. Tiffany Stratton, you're going to lose at WrestleMania. Your title reign has failed. And you should never be champion again. And the reason why Tiffany Stratton should never be champion again is because Tiffany Stratton is what people claim Bianca Belair is. Tiffany Stratton is forced. She is getting the forced treatment on the grander scale than Bianca Belair and is actually hurting her. She has to lose her title. Unfortunately, it means she'll be losing to Charlotte Flair. But she has to lose. Now, many people are not going to like that. Understandable. But it is true. This promo had a chance to be something special. It did. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty good with the sound off. I agree with that. I'm not saying this to lie. I'm saying this truthfully. This could have been the best segment that Tiffany Stratton perhaps could have got that would have helped her title reign have a chance of surviving. That is no longer the case. It's officially over. In 14 days,
Face, meet, boot. Golly. What are they doing here?
Tiffany Stratton
And that's more damage being inflicted.
will no longer
There's pain shooting up and down the arm.
be the women's champion. And she's got no one else to blame but herself. She's got no one else to blame but herself. Just like the beautiful sky outside.
Come on, gotta get back in the ring.
And by the way, this is not your only stream tonight. We have another stream coming up as well. Very special stream. Which I'll do directly from the YouTube app on my phone. So, whilst I'm streaming, I should probably charge my phone, shouldn't I? Oh, is my charge over there? Yes, it is. I have another stream for you guys after this stream. Because I'm going to review Raw. But then after that, I'm going to go out in the sun. And we're going to go for a walk. And talk. We're going to be the walk and talk connection. Get it? Walk and talk connection. Motor City Machine Guns. Were in action last night. Tag team action. In a number one contenders match for the WWE Tag Team Championships against Doomed in You. Sorry, DIY. Do it yourself. More like Doomed in You.
There's no timeout in WWE. You know better.
WWE, you damn fools.
Oh, shit breaker. Michael's in a familiar spot. We know what's next.
Well, you're gonna get the walk and talk connection when I go outside. The best part is Eddie Guerrero and Shawn Michaels are producing a virtual classic, and Shawn Michaels is 11 points on, 11 falls I should say. Shawn Michaels is on 4. But anyway, Zodiac, hello my friend, how are you? There's number 12. Jesus Christ, Michaels is getting destroyed. And this is a 60-minute Iron Man match. Okay, so Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY. And honestly, here's a fun truth. This should have been... Now, Catherine, I know you're not going to like this. I know Catherine's not going to like what I'm about to say, and I'm sorry in advance. Ooh, tornadoes and floods, that sucks. Ouch. I'm not too bad, thank you. I mean, it's very sunny here at 7 o'clock in the evening. They haven't sucked. They haven't sucked. They're just not being used properly. Bigger difference. They haven't sucked. I actually think they've tried to get their stuff in and nobody actually understands a machine gun match except the machine guns and where they've worked, which is not helpful. So I counter your argument a little bit, just for that part in particular. But this is why I said Catherine's not going to like what I'm about to say. The tag team division in WWE is actually spiraling a lot. And there's only one way to save it. And it goes like this. Either you increase the tag teams across both brands, and you give the champions a larger amount of opponents at WrestleMania in terms of how many are available. And sadly, both tag titles have to be defended in multi-tag team matches, not singles matches. But alternatively, at WrestleMania, yeah, Stussy, you've kind of got what I've got in mind. WrestleMania, I would have the War Raiders versus the Street Profits, and the winner is just the tag team champions. You get rid of the world tag titles, you just keep the tag titles that are on SmackDown, and they become one brand exclusive. For many years we had the women's title was exclusive to Raw, the Cruiserweight title was exclusive to SmackDown. In a way, I kind of agree with Stussy. I would do that method, except tag teams on one brand. I think the better tag teams are on SmackDown. Therefore, move all your tag teams to SmackDown. And then you move the women to Raw. By that point, we have that's why I would also have Chelsea Green win the Intercontinental Championship and unify them, and she becomes just the, and she retires the US title quickly. And Chelsea Green is just the women's Intercontinental title holder. The women's tag titles are on Raw. We can abolish them too. And then you have, it's now 13-7. And then after that we have a unification match between whomever is going to win the women's title at WrestleMania, Charlotte Flair, versus the women's world champion. And honestly, the women's world title looks better than the women's championship anyway, so I would just say goodbye to the women's title, and we just keep the women's world championship. And we have our main division, a mid-card women's division, and somehow you develop a women's tag division. And then you put all your tags on SmackDown. Now, SmackDown can still keep a mid-card singles title. They can still keep a another men's main event world title. That's okay. But all the women, realistically, should be on one brand. Now, why am I saying Raw? Does anyone have a guess why I'm saying Raw? And before you give me an answer, no, it's not because the best tag teams are on SmackDown. Why am I deliberately saying put all the women on Raw? If anyone can figure out why I have said Raw specifically, I will be very, very impressed. So let's see if you can understand why I've suggested that brand. Shawn Michaels is losing by half the score and he's actually taunting Guerrero. This man's got guts.
Springboard misses the target. HBK showcasing that famous merchandise for the crowd a little bit. Evades their offense. Running Hurricane Rana. Fantastic.
That's part of it. You've got 50% of the answer, Stussy. Now those women can wrestle. So it's not about they can't wrestle, so chuck them on Raw. But what does Raw have that SmackDown doesn't have?
To stomp in every single part of his body. Drop kick right to the spine. HBK in real danger here, though HBK can turn this around. Does he get him here? And he's saved by the ropes. Ooh, well measured. Oh, look at the well-placed elbow right on the mark. And misses on the springboard.
That's still correct.
Eddie taking a step back and measuring his
Raw has a more allocated time slot than SmackDown.
stiff uppercut.
If you want to really prove your women's division is up there, you put them on that show that has more time and you actually allow them to try and flourish. All on one brand. You really get to settle some arguments once and for all.
And a reversal by Guerrero.
And I think that's actually and I will say this, if they did that, that would be one of the best booking decisions they've made in a long time. Or, instead of putting them on SmackDown, if you want to value them for wrestling, you put all the women on SmackDown and you put all the tag teams on Raw. What's up, Matthew? From me.
Staggering to his feet, but he won't like what's coming next.
Oh, and I have something else for you as well. It's just a theory.
All of that. Just taking
If Swerve doesn't win at Dynasty, Swerve and Hangman will win the tag titles at All In.
meet the barricade. Punch him in the chest.
While we get FTR versus Cope and Cage.
And that prevents Eddie's attack.
Little bit of a wild theory for you.
Opposition know it.
But I digress. So Motorcycle Machine Guns win the tag team titles #1 contendership match. They will now face the Street Profits for a shot at the tag team titles, which is what many people thought, that the Machine Guns were going to get the title shot regardless. They were going to get back in the title picture. They are back in the title picture. They're going to be, so officially they are now competing for the tag team titles. Interesting theory. Thank you very much.
Sweet chin music. Each one keeps getting more devastating.
But we have that in store. Just watching Shawn Michaels try to crawl like a child. He still has 8 minutes to get 6 more falls to tie the match, which is unlikely to happen.
He switches it back. Crossface. Oh, is he going to tap out? He met. And rolls him off.
That's exactly what that means, Zodiac.
Tattoos and with a full
That is exactly what that means, sir.
He has scored a fall late in the match,
You are right on the same wavelength as me. See, I always knew Zodiac had a good mind. Must be the Zodiac sign.
Guys, hear that old familiar song? Here it comes. Sweet chin music. Boom.
Michaels is going to be 4 points away. That's going to be a quick fall in the space of a minute. Is Michaels going to get the pin? Crawl to him, you absolute weirdo. Into cover. 1, 2, 3. This has been quite a fucking final. Oh yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Could be thinking about a powerbomb.
I think he regrets buying... Oh, high angle Gory Bomb. I think he regrets buying Ring of Honor. I don't think he needs it. I think he only needed AEW. I just don't see the point behind Ring of Honor. Oh, there we go. I think that'll be it. Eddie Guerrero with a 15th fall. This has been wild.
Kicked all the way to the floor. Ooh. Ooh, what a damaging blow. This match may be nearing its limit. I don't want to say he's done, but I can hear the fat lady warming up. Dodged right on cue.
Clock is really a huge factor now, gentlemen.
Considering the clock and the score differential, I think we know where this one is headed.
Fires back.
They did win by a roll-up, so that's always entertaining.
He's testing fate here, in danger of a countout.
BFAP.
Eddie Guerrero, Corey. Latino
No, I'm fully on your wavelength, Zodiac. I just have the weird feeling that it's going to happen. But I can see Shelton Benjamin within the Hurt Syndicate moving at work on his own. And Lashley and MJF becomes a team. Or MJF teams with Benjamin and Lashley becomes a singles talent again. I can just see it happening, you know?
And Latino Heat is really dialed in right now. Look at the high.
Oh, he's missed that frog splash. Pin him, you weasel. Pin him.
He foiled that attempt.
Both men are covered in blood. WWE would not allow this. Luckily, we are better. We are better at allowing your dreams to come true. Chef's kiss. It's 17 falls to 10 in the favour of the legend Eddie Guerrero. Godspeed. God rest his soul. Naomi dressed up in cautionary tales with her Mufasa haircut is in action against B Flat, and Naomi, I went back and watched her her interview that she did. I can picture that, honestly, I can. I went back and watched Naomi's video interview that she did when she was talking about Jade and how she stole everything from her in terms of Bianca and her relationship, and she was a nobody coming in, and technically she was a nobody anyway because nobody cares about Jade Cargill. And I said that it was just, I didn't like it. So I went back and watched it. And I actually changed my mind. Which is a rare thing for me to say. That I changed my mind. But I do. Because that's the most compelling thing Naomi's done in a long time. And I rate her for trying this. I rate this. Unfortunately, she has to work with B-Flab. And we all know that she is rubbish. Beyond the meaning of the word. She is SmackDown's version of the woman from Alpha Academy, Maxine. She is SmackDown's Maxine. She is awful. But in this match, we clearly do see Naomi as a heel trying to really assert herself as a heel. And truth be told, it gets her somewhere. It really does. I was very shocked today. Sakura Genesis won. Hiroki Goto defeated David Finlay and retained the title. I was very shocked. And number 2, Sanada again. Another betrayal from Sanada. He betrays Just 5 Guys to join Bullet Club War Dogs. And then he betrayed War Dogs to join the worst faction in wrestling. He joined the House of Torture. What the hell is going on with Sanada? Cobb, yep, that's true. Him and Connor Newman won the IWGP Junior Tag Team titles. Obviously, he's the youngest to win it as well. Connor Newman. I like Connor Newman, he's really good. Takeshita was victorious today as well. Yota Tsuji retained the Global Championship. It was wild. And 2-1, Eddie Guerrero has emerged victorious in the Iron Man match. We got through a full hour talking SmackDown whilst Eddie Guerrero had a masterpiece. But of course we must pause. Because now we need... Let's see, we need someone to be punished. I'll do one better. I will give you that match, but I won't do it in an Iron Man. I'll give you a 25-minute ultimate submission between these two. Whilst we continue talking. Now.
And whoever named it an Iron Man match really hit the nail on the head as far as I'm concerned. Set time limit, most pinfalls or submission wins the match. If you just manage to survive this, then you're halfway to being a superhero. You win it, and you're a certified...
Naomi wins with her modified lung blower, as they called it.
Look at this.
And then we get Jade Cargill in quite the suit that she wears, that costume type suit, bodysuit. Beats up the fat security guard. Then the rest of the Lean Mean crew. gets a hold of Naomi. Naomi then runs, screams she hates Jade Cargill. And then out comes Nick Aldis. Pause. And Aldis confirms that there's only one thing to do. At WrestleMania, Jade Cargill will go one-on-one with Naomi. It was expected, as we did say on the show quite recently, that it was going to happen. They were going to have these two at WrestleMania. It was very obvious. Because they're building to Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair, but of course Bianca Belair at the moment is currently occupied, as rightly so. She has to be, because you've got to keep her away for now. The match is made, and who's interested for this match? Yes, it is. Because the rest of them have all been multi people matches. This is the first one-on-one. And doesn't that not feel strange that it's these two? When, if you were going to do a one-on-one non-title singles feud that goes into WrestleMania to settle a score, but you couldn't do it between Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair when they genuinely hated each other. Funny that, eh? Mia Yim unlikely to have a match at WrestleMania. It looks like Chelsea Green is not going to have a US title defense at WrestleMania. Lyra Valkyria, if she defends Intercontinental title against bloody Bayley at WrestleMania, then we all need to run for the hills. Chelsea Green doesn't get a WrestleMania match, I will genuinely be disgusted. No pause. No fold like what Deonna does to me anyway. But I'm serious, like if Chelsea Green is not on the WrestleMania card, I will genuinely be disappointed. Naomi wins, she gets chased away, Nick Aldis makes the match, and the crowd didn't even react for this. Did you guys notice that? The crowd didn't make a noise when the match was announced for WrestleMania. Kevin Owens makes his way to the ring in his Bret Hart hoodie. Again, Kevin Owens repping the greatest professional wrestler that ever lived. The T Ortiz pop, exactly, no pop. Kevin Owens makes his way to the ring. He confirms what we already knew, but we didn't know the full details, but he confirmed what we knew. Kevin Owens is obviously out. Oh, CM Punk has been busted open by the American Bald Eagle. He is out of WrestleMania, and he's out of WrestleMania in the worst way. Why Not for storyline purposes here. I'm talking about the human element.
Coquina clutch. He thinks he has it. Interesting decision here, Corey. I don't know.
So was I.
He clearly wants to inflict
Slightly.
punishment. Elbow drop.
See, for human element, why would you let someone with a neck, who's been suffering with a neck injury, wrestle for 4 months?
The time limit is ticked away thus far. No matter how much time is left on the clock,
Especially when they've wrestled in a ladder match.
the most crucial one. And we're in a stalemate as these combatants
They wrestled in a very underwhelming, no holds barred match.
turns that back on CM Punk.
Make that make sense. Please. Make it make sense to me. If Kevin Owens is legit being injured for the past 4 months because of his neck, why would you let him continue and not send him away, get that resolved? Because if you want to take a perfect example of neck injuries, one of the greatest ever wrestlers, the second greatest in my opinion, Kurt Angle, he's the best example when it comes to neck injuries. How responsible you've got to be managing talent with neck injuries. Now,
Elbow drop. Piercing. Angle is completely out of sorts here.
it is well and truly established
Oh, this should be it. Punk with his opponent up. GTS connects.
Kevin Owens is now out. A company sanctioned, unsanctioned match as well. Bingo. It's well established now that the match is not on at WrestleMania. So Randy Orton no longer has a match. So let's cut him out of WrestleMania. But instead, people are like, no, keep him on. Let's do something new. But when people have the hypocrisy to go, oh, why is a match being booked for a pay-per-view when there's no build, no time? But people are wanting him to have an open challenge match, and I'm like, no. Let it go. Randy Orton can miss WrestleMania. If there is no one there for him, leave him off WrestleMania. I don't want an open challenge unless it's someone who actually makes sense, not like someone like Rusev who's finished. WWE re-signing Rusev, yous are idiots. He will never be a star. He is not a star. He's not reliable. He isn't worth your time. If you value your work, then get rid of him now. Karrion Kross versus Orton at Mania. Karrion Kross should have had AJ Styles or Sammy can't keep his mouth shut Zayn. It wouldn't surprise me if he has an open challenge and out comes Aleister Black. Not even if it's Randy versus the final boss. That match should have happened in 2004. After he lost to Mick Foley at Backlash, after he beat Foley at Backlash, and after he lost his Intercontinental title to Edge, before he won the world title at SummerSlam, it should have been Rock versus Randy Orton then, because he'd already built a feud with him. Instead, we didn't get it. The ship has sailed. Now, instead, Randy Orton does not take the news nicely. I'm surprised that they're not even going to stick him in the US title picture, which we're about to come on to, funnily enough. Randy Orton does not like the news that he has not got a match for WrestleMania, so he RKO's Nick Aldis. And then Joe Tessitore, he ruins this. Oh, he can hear the voices in his head. It's 16,000 people chanting RKO, RKO, RKO. Joe Tessitore does actually sound quite cool. But see, in this moment, he did a Pat McAfee. He let us all down. He let us all down in this moment, Mr. Tessitore. Signore Tessitore, he let us down. That was depressing. That was seriously depressing. Your main event match. I'm going to give a very big praise here for this. Now, remember, I said praise. So I don't want anyone coming at me for this saying, oh, no, he's not praising, he's criticising. No. I said praisal. And I'm going to right now. Jacob Fatu. This guy is seriously special. Kurt Angle is the first man to tap out. Jacob Fatu is seriously special. I'm not kidding. He has been able to completely twist a narrative on himself, and he's been able to shine despite what's being thrown at him, which is a rare thing. Now, this match isn't great, alright? Well, let's be real. It's not a great last man standing match. But Jacob Fatu makes it work for him. And that is a rare thing. Now, Braun Strowman hasn't looked interesting for many years. He hasn't. But he seems to have a connection with Jacob Fatu. Probably because they've been working with each other for months on end constantly and there's no stopping them. But they seriously have a connection. And it's one of the rare connections WWE has between talent that actually sits out. Too bad that this has to be the end. You cannot go back to these two after WrestleMania, because a last man standing should be a feud ender. It would hurt Jacob, and it would actually hurt Braun Strowman as well, in my opinion. And I think when you look at continuity and you want to look at building talent and you want to maintain interest in a talent, you cannot go back to this feud. And I hope WWE does not go back to this. Now, congratulations to Jacob Fatu. He goes through a table at the production area by a suplex. He does a hip attack on Braun Strowman, which wins the match. And he wins it without having to use his patented moonsault. But here's the real question.
Torturous knee.
Does Jacob Fatu win the United States Championship at WrestleMania?
The reversal. Picks the leg, looking for the ankle lock submission. The ankle lock.
I like LA Knight. Oh, there we go. Kurt Angle has a fall. I like LA Knight, but I really like Jacob Fatu. So I'm a little bit conflicted by who I actually want to win versus what I think should happen. But I think the smartest decision is to let Jacob Fatu win this title belt. Because it gets rid of Solo, hopefully, once and for all. Which is what we deserve. We deserve freedom from that noodle hair fake godfather.
Wasting no motion on the counter. Look at this crowd.
Every Bloodline member's winning their match. Depends on which Bloodline, because
Angle escapes.
categorically it's listed as no longer a storyline anymore. Do you mind? I'm trying to stream. I'm trying to stream here, do you mind? Do you mind?
Kurt Angle fired up.
I did say at the start of the stream, welcome, welcome, one and all, but Christ.
Misses the target.
The overall Dwayne bloodline, well, he doesn't have a bloodline, to be fair. He only has John Cena. Why are you sitting on me?
Great wherewithal on the counter.
Fuck you, head button.
Top of the elbow. Stomping. Ouch. Trying to find his bearings, but it looks like his end is near. From the top. Down.
Okay, you lie there then, that's better. But Jacob Fatu wins the match. He becomes the number one contender for the US title. He will compete versus LA Knight. If he wins at WrestleMania, fantastic for Jacob, because he's an excellent talent. If that's his first championship, then more credit to him. We will find out. The closing segment of Smackdown. Roman Reigns has finally made his way to. He's finally made his way to the staple. Well, wherever the fucking arena's called in Chicago. Sorry. He makes his way out to the ringside with Paul Heyman. Says it's all him for why CM Punk is in the main event of WrestleMania Night 1. And then, of course, we get the all-important line, which isn't even in this entire promo anyway. He calls out CM Punk because he wants to know what the favour is, because he's finally arrived, and Punk obviously said that he was going to say it to him face to face. Instead, out comes Seth Rollins in a grey tracksuit, wearing the same shoes that Bray Wyatt wore at the same time of the year before he passed. God rest his soul. The black with red tipped boots. Seth Rollins reiterates to Roman Reigns that he underestimates CM Punk, that he allowed this to happen, and Austin Powers suit exactly. He allowed this to happen. He allowed CM Punk to get into this position because he, Roman Reigns, brought him into the War Games match. He protected CM Punk during the steel cage match. Yet, by underestimating him, he's lost control of reality, and Seth Rollins is here to control reality because it was down to choice. He wants to ensure that he can get rid of CM Punk once and for all, and if he's going to have to do it, he's going to have to do it at WrestleMania. CM Punk appears.
first. The ring just shifted, taking the wind out with a stop to the solar plexus.
He confirms that the Favour is Paul Heyman is going to be in his corner at WrestleMania Night 1, to which Roman Reigns states that he made Paul Heyman relevant. Brock Lesnar did, but okay. And he tells Paul Heyman to tell CM Punk that will not happen, and to tell him no. To which Paul Heyman, crying like a little girl, responds, "No, my tribal chief." This promo was weak by Paul Heyman. The fake emotion. Honest to God, this. Put him as a writer, creative writer. Get him off my screen. People say he's the greatest. He is nowhere near Bobby the Brain Heenan. I don't care if that offends people. We get Seth Rollins laughing at the situation, to which Roman Reigns puts his hands on Paul Heyman. CM Punk attacks him with a microphone from behind and then hits a GTS, to which the show ends with a stare down between Punk and Rollins over a prone Roman Reigns, and Paul Heyman is crying again, shouting no, staring at the fallen Roman Reigns. A triple threat without a heel hurts this feud. One of them has to be a heel before the match even starts. One of them has got to work heel. Whilst at the end of the match, Seth Rollins will leave with Paul Heyman as his manager. It just seems plausible now that, as Jerry Lawler once called him, the Walrus will be with Rollins. I can see it happening. I can genuinely see it happening. With 90 seconds left on the clock, Kurt Angle has tied the score against CM Punk. WrestleMania is 2 weeks away. We will be previewing it, of course. We will be reviewing both nights, don't worry. But essentially, quote unquote, we need a heel fast in this match dynamic. Otherwise it won't feel right. That was your Smackdown review. Positives. The Rey Fenix entrance was fire, I suppose. I did like his entrance, to be honest. Positive. Yeah, Jacob Fatu won the match, not Braun Strowman. Positive. Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair are still failing. And positive, people are finally realising that Tama Tonga and his Rudy Poo crew are just not good. Negatives, Bloodline. Negatives, the closing segment. Negative, the Favour is just be in my corner at Mania when the WWE title is not even involved. But apparently he was going to be there when Punk main event for the WWE title against Paul Heyman. Fickle, mate. Negative, B-Fab was on the show. Long story short, SmackDown, please do better. Now, these are all tangibles. But quote unquote, we need to see some energy in some of these feuds. We need to see someone start working heel in the Triple Threat feud. Oh, I forgot one thing. I'm sorry. I forgot one thing. Damian Priest. His video package was not bad, actually. But hey, guys, here's something fun. CM Punk is main event a buy one get one free night extravaganza. But what did you all think of SmackDown? Let me hear you. At 1 hour and 30 minutes of reviewing SmackDown. Wow, we reviewed SmackDown in 90 minutes with 2 matches. But let me hear you. Catherine straight away says it was awful. I'm still doing this in sunglasses. We are professional. It looks like the sky's getting a little bit darker. I can see some clouds, but that's okay. It's still nice sunset. Fernando, absolutely correct. Stussy, I would like the Punk stuff if they actually put some effort in. I think there are some positives, Catherine, just not a lot. They're little positives. But little positives aren't enough. What's actually damaging? I think that actually makes it harmful. Oh, bone arrow submission. You are brave. I will not understand why people don't rate Chelsea Green. I don't get it. How can you not rate Chelsea Green? She's by far the best woman on SmackDown. It's not even a debate for me. There's people that prefer Mia Yim to her, and I like Mia Yim, but please don't be so mental. She wasn't even on SmackDown this week, which is a shame. Yeah, he overdone it. Wait. I just don't understand why. Now, my ego is huge, but I've also got a great mind. And even my mind is thinking, save us all from this nonsense. I agree. I wanted the Favour to be... You know what they should have done? They should have said the Favour was whoever wins this match gets to be added to Cody Rhodes versus Cena on night 2. Then you get more jeopardy to the friendship. Because imagine this. The Favour is that, but Seth Rollins with Paul Heyman screws Roman and Punk. Seth Rollins gets added to the WWE title match, and then Seth Rollins wins it. Are you telling me that's not good booking? Or am I just a better booker?
Practically never-ending blows coming at full force here. Dropped right on their face.
See, I've thought of that, and I've been thinking for a while that Rollins was going to be part of. That Rollins was going to join Heyman anyway for a while. But that's a good way to throw a swerve, pardon the pun. But it also allows some good. It also allows some good story factor, and it turns Rollins heel. And then Rollins will finally get to change his bloody song. Exactly, another heist. An even better one as well. He steals the individual and he gets the title. I'm not sure if it becomes lame. It will mean that his ideology would change. But I don't know what would happen. I think it would save Rollins, because right now he is doomed. He is so much better as a heel. As a babyface, he's absolute crap. Seth Rollins hasn't had good TV matches in a long time. He needs to get back into a good rhythm of TV matches, because that's going to help him. Especially because he needs to get away from being just a song. Shame, eh? From an architect to just a song lyric.
Look out! Through the air! It connects! Absolutely throwing all caution to the wind. Spitting in the face of danger. You can tell she wants to put an end to this. No way. Look out below! That is reckless abandon being shown. And paying off as well.
Once this match is over, we will wrap this stream up. 3 matches, a review, bit of a laugh. I'll take a slightly short break, and then we'll see if I go out or not. If not, we might just wait till tomorrow to just review Collision instead. But what did you guys think of this way of review a show? What did you think? If you didn't like it, it's okay. I don't mind. It's more than just me talking. I think we need a bit more than just that, you know. I mean, I want a little bit of different ways to interact. Like I said, I'm trying to adapt the channel a little bit, make it just give you guys more involved like this. Not the best content creator in the world, but I'm certainly not the most stupid either. I appreciate that. Thank you, Catherine. I hope so. I'm not looking forward to Speedball versus Drolistico. Just because I think that we don't necessarily need that match. I don't think we need that match personally. I think it'll end up being good though. I just don't think we needed that. I think we could have got so much more. It doesn't further this. It doesn't further the feud for Speedball, Omega, and Ricochet. I was hoping we would have had something to do with them ahead of Dynasty, but Speedball in action is at least something, which is okay. Maybe I'm just cynical.
Chelsea Green looking to remind everyone. There's the eye prettier by Chelsea Green. Wow, Chelsea got her. Canadian Destroyer. There's no debating how fierce Chelsea Green can get. Listen to this place. It's unreal. The decibel level in here right now is breaking glass.
How am I here? I'm a bigger fan of Speedball than anyone here. Nah, you just kidding. You behave yourself. Fuck off, Stephanie. You're no kicking out of that. Piss off. This woman thinks she's fucking Prime Hogan. It would be nice to say the only good thing was Phoenix, but unfortunately he nearly killed Nathan Fraser. I would say Jacob Fatu was the bigger praise, him winning that last man standing.
Here is your winner, Chelsea Green. Things did not go as planned here for Stephanie McMahon. I have a feeling we're going to see the full wrath of Stephanie after this match. She does not like... All measured up. Go from behind.
They're a decent promotion. There's better ones, but they're a decent promotion.
Something nefarious is beneath the ring.
Why?
Once she gets going with that kendo stick, this match could be over real fast. Oh, man. Did you hear the snap of the kendo stick? Chelsea just rubbing it in now.
Alright, okay. I'm not gonna watch it.
Using the hand
I'm not spending money on that.
opponent down. Oh, no. Look at this. How punishing.
I'll probably watch it back later, but meh. He almost killed himself because Ray Phoenix was not in the right position. Look at his ring position. Well, the outside ring position was really poor. Nah, you pay for Triller, but you have to unfortunately pay for their fucking events. You have to pay for the events as well, regardless of paying for Triller. Which is annoying. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time and your patience. This has been quite an interesting review. And it's went for 1 hour and 44 minutes. Shorter than last night's review, of course, but it's still a good one. But it's become an important message for the channel, but I'll say it again, your own enjoyment comes for you. What you want is what you get. You just have to make it count. Bella, stay out my bloody way for 2 minutes, please. But please do like, share and subscribe, of course, to the channel. And most importantly, to everyone who comes in here, or even if they watch but they don't comment, everyone is welcome. Welcome, welcome, one and all. And with that, I'm going to sign off. But thank you all, and I will see you next time. Thank you all for watching, and I bid you